The message arrived like a cold slap across my face. I'm staying at a friend's for a week. Don't wait up. No explanation. No call. No emotion. Just a careless text sent at 11:47 p.m. As if our marriage was nothing more than a subscription she could pause whenever she felt bored. I stared at the screen, letting the silence echo through the empty house. I didn't reply, not because I was confused, but because something deep inside me finally snapped into focus. That night, for the first time, I didn't feel pain. I felt clarity. The next morning was eerily quiet. Her side of the bed cold. Her perfume fading from the hallway. She really thought I'd sit at home like a loyal fool, refreshing my phone, waiting for breadcrumbs of attention. Instead, I spent the morning gathering every thread of suspicion I had ignored: late-night work meetings, sudden mood swings, mysterious weekends, and that strange new confidence she'd been walking around with, the kind of confidence only a secret lover can give. And for the first time, I didn't push the doubts away. I embraced them. On the second day, I opened her iCloud backup. Something she had forgotten was synced to my laptop. Within minutes, her entire secret life unfolded. Hidden messages, deleted photos, hotel bookings under fake names, even voice notes where she giggled like a teenager in love. The man was married, older, wealthier, the perfect cliché. My hands didn't tremble. My pulse didn't rise. I felt nothing except a cold determination building, rising, sharpening. She wanted freedom for a week? Fine. I would give her more freedom than she could ever handle. By the afternoon, I had already contacted a lawyer. We drafted the divorce papers with surgical precision, every clause a blade, every paragraph a consequence. Assets secured. Accounts protected. Documentation attached. Her lover's wife unknowingly played her part too. Her messages revealed she suspected something but had no proof. I packaged it all into one explosive envelope that was guaranteed to detonate her perfectly fabricated image. I didn't send it to her though. That would be too easy. Too private. Too safe. Her boss, the man she worshipped, respected, feared, was the perfect recipient. A respected executive, known for zero tolerance for scandal. I addressed the envelope to him, sealed it calmly, and sent it through express delivery so it would land directly on his desk with undeniable urgency. She had taken a week off, claiming she needed mental rest. The irony was delicious. She wanted space. She was about to get a level of exposure no one could recover from. That evening, while I was having a peaceful dinner, my phone lit up. Delivery confirmed. 3 minutes later, 2 missed calls. 5, 10, then 23. Her name spamming across the screen like a siren. I didn't answer. I didn't even look at the screen. I simply let the chaos swirl around me like a storm I had summoned. Her panic was palpable even through the silent notifications, every vibration a scream she could no longer control. Then came the message that cracked her voice through text alone. Please pick up. Something happened at work. I kept my phone face down on the table, finished my meal, washed the dishes, and let the suspense choke her. She had always been the one to dictate timing, to control reactions, to manipulate emotions. Now she was the one pacing, shaking, unraveling, desperately trying to hold together the life she had torn apart with her own hands. When I finally checked the notifications, the messages told the entire story. Her boss had confronted her publicly, holding the envelope, asking why an employee on leave had legal documents accusing her of infidelity with a married man, a man whose company had a partnership with their firm. She tried to lie. She tried to deny. But the evidence inside the envelope left her defenseless. Her co-workers watched. Her reputation collapsed. And her boss told her they'd discuss her employment status after her return. We both knew what that meant. 2 hours later, she appeared outside our home, hair messy, eyes red, clothes wrinkled like she'd been dragged through a storm. She banged on the door with the panic of someone who had finally understood the magnitude of their own mistakes. "Please open," she screamed. "We can fix this." But I didn't open. I watched silently from the top of the stairs as she collapsed to her knees, clutching her phone like a lifeline slipping from her fingers. She kept repeating the same line over and over. "I made a mistake. I didn't mean it. You weren't supposed to find out." And that last sentence told me everything. She wasn't sorry for the betrayal. She was sorry she got caught. Her tears weren't for the marriage. They were for the consequences she thought she'd never face. For the first time, she realized she wasn't the chess master. She was just another piece on the board she never understood. When I finally opened the door, she crawled inside like a ghost of herself, mascara streaked, voice trembling. "We can work this out. Please, don't leave me." I didn't blame her for trying. Begging becomes instinct when a person watches their entire world crumble. But instead of comforting her, I placed a single folder on the table. She reached for it with shaking hands, expecting another blow. Instead, she found something worse. Inside was a printed screenshot of a message. Not from her lover, not from her boss, but from his wife. She had replied to my earlier email. "Thank you for the evidence. I've already forwarded everything to HR, the board, and the legal team. My husband and I are both filing jointly. Your wife ruined 2 marriages. But don't worry, we'll make sure she loses her job too." My wife's breath stopped. Her lips trembled. Her eyes filled with a terror so raw it looked almost unreal. She whispered, What have you done?" I leaned in, calm, steady, unshaken. "Nothing," I said. "I just let the truth speak for itself." And at that moment, broken, jobless, exposed, abandoned by her lover, despised by his wife, her reputation burned to ash. She finally understood the one sentence that ended everything. "You didn't leave me for a week. You left your entire life."